Hello everyone! I'm gonna do another new type of video again because I want to. So I've made a few book related videos in the past and I've really enjoyed doing those, and I thought I would try something new related to books. I try to read 25 books every year, but my problem is I have a very bad memory. Like, someone will ask me about like a book I read a few months ago and I will just be like, I don't remember. I won't remember why I liked a book. I won't remember what happened in the book. Like, I'm so bad and it really frustrates me. And so I came up with this idea. I mean, I didn't come up with the idea of this type of video. I've seen other people on YouTube do this type of video. They've inspired me to make this type of video because I think it'll help me with my memory loss. It's pathetic, isn't it? For the next books I read, I am going to document my feelings as I go and just put it in a video. And then if I ever forget what happened in a book or I forget how I felt about a certain book, I can just watch the video and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's why that book was so great. I feel like this is gonna help me. God, I hope it does. So anyways, sorry about the long intro. I felt like because this is the first time I make a video like this, I have to explain it a little bit. For the first installment, my book was Scythe by Neal Shusterman. At this point in time, I've already finished the book, but I'm not gonna tell you what I think just yet. Please enjoy me talking about it, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Good morning, everyone. I am going to start reading Scythe. I've already read the free sample that you could read online. The sample I read was so good that I just had to get the book. But yeah, I'm excited. This is just so interesting. I love the world building that you get right from the start and how everything is explained really well. I mean, this is only the first 14 pages, so it's like not that in-depth, but honestly, the world building looks very promising. And just the concept is so interesting. I love the concept. It's great. The whole thing about like turning the corner and like becoming young again is so freaky to me. Like how Rowan's grandmother just became young again and she's like younger than his mother. Like, how does that work? Like, that's trippy because like, how do romantic relationships work? Can then people who differ like 100 years still date? If you're like 100 years older than people, technically you would be 100 years wiser than that person as well. And like, how does that work? Do you just continue to become wiser? Or when you reset your age, do you also reset your mind? That's stuff I think about. I'm at the part where Citra and what's his name? Rowan? Where Citra and Rowan are meeting each other for the first time, and I'm just really liking Rowan. I don't know, I have a good feeling about him. I love how he acted when he met the Scythe in the school and he like stayed and like held the guy's hand and stuff. Like, I like him a lot. There's a certain ease to the writing that I really like. It's like not overly complicated, but like also not dumbed down. Okay, so this guy just like, isn't it kind of cruel of him to, because he only needs one apprentice, right? He makes them both go through all that training and that stuff. Why do they both have to suffer? I mean, maybe it's not suffering, I don't know, but like, you know, like he's giving them both like this thing. Why two people? And also, he says, you are both made of the highest moral fiber. How does he know that they are made of the highest moral fiber? I understand with Rowan because of what he did, but like what Citra did wasn't that special. Like, I feel like a lot of people would do that, so like, I don't know. I think the thing that intrigues me so much about this story is that I feel like this is something that could happen in the future. Like, it just seems so real, and that makes it easy for me to put myself in their position. And it's just so freaky because now they have to decide whether they want to do this or not, and they have to take into account their families, and I'm just like, that's a lot. They're 16. These pages, I don't know if you can tell, but these like excerpts from the gleaning journal of this H.S. Curie, I love these because it really like explains the whole gleaning thing gleaming. Oh, it's great. Is there gonna be romance in this book? I hadn't thought of it. I never expect romance in any book. I don't know, and I'm always surprised when there is, but like apparently there always is. These two are gonna fall in love, aren't they? But I have to say, I'm not a big fan of Citra as of now. I don't know why. She just seems a little self-entitled, a little bit cocky. I don't know. I mean, we're still in the beginning. I'm gonna give her a chance. His grandmother's new husband was a bot. I am so obsessed with the idea of this thundercloud. It seems like such a good idea. It seems too good to be true. But like, maybe it is just great. I don't know. But then again, I don't know. This stuff makes me think. Going into part 2 now. I am still very much impressed with this book. Oh my god, I just read these random sites. They're gonna gleam a whole plane? That's just rude. I mean, I get that it's necessary, but like, oh my god. Oh my god. Are they the bad guys? I love the idea of his rope though, like blue with like diamonds on it. That's the kind of rope I would like. Oh my god. How can these people even be Scythes? Like, how were they selected? How is this okay? This is not okay. There's a flaw in the system, apparently. Maybe it's not all that great. I'm like actually shocked by this. What? Okay, I guess we have our villains. The idea that not all Scythes are like good, that's just terrifying, because I feel like humanity's probably putting all their faith into like this system. Only Scythes can choose other Scythes. As far as I know, who's to say that they're not all evil? You don't know. How is this? I'm having questions. I actually read a lot while I was at work today because I couldn't put it down. I've got some more things to say. More and more I'm just realizing how flawed the whole system is. I mean, I don't know. Is there some kind of governing body that kind of checks whether Scythes are doing their job or not? Is the Thunderhead doing that or not? Because like, I feel like, I mean, you know, not all Scythes are gonna be doing the right thing all the time, and like they have so much power that it's just like bound to go wrong. How has this worked for all these years is my question. Also, I feel like there's a lot of mention of like Rowan liking Citra, and like they're clearly both gonna fall in love with each other. Like, it's so clear, and like it's a little bit too much for me at this point, because like I never really care about the romances. I like them as characters though, so like it might be fine. We will see. Also, I really like Tiger as a character. Everything he says makes me laugh. I like him. And then another thing I started realizing is how like everything's moving quite fast. I feel like Citra made the transition really fast into like being okay with the whole Scythe thing. Suddenly she doesn't miss her family anymore, or like I know she went to the wedding party and she kind of realized how like her life would never be the same again. But still, like if that was me, I would have such a hard time. I feel like there's not enough emphasis on that, but I mean, it might still come. I just feel like everything seems to be a little too chill. But then again, we get a lot more of Rowan's inner turmoil than we get of Citra, so. And then lastly, emo nights. Like that like freaked me out a lot. Like there's stuff in people's bodies that keeps them from feeling negative emotions or whatever it was. Like that's freaking, that's not cool. When did people decide that would be okay? That's just not okay. Nope. Yeah, more and more I'm just realizing that I don't like this society, and I hope this never happens. Okay, I have a theory, and this might be completely wrong, but I feel like maybe the diary entries, or like the gleaning journal from this Curie person, I feel like it's gonna be one of the bad guys. It seems like they're starting to talk about like the negative sides of the whole system, and I feel like, you know, they're gonna come to the conclusion that it's all like messed up, and then like they're gonna go rogue or something. Maybe it's the dude in the blue diamondy robes. I don't know. Okay, I'm only like 10 pages further, and I just found out that this Curie person is not, in fact, the glittery robe dude. Dang it. Okay, I just read the part about the conclave. conclave. I'm understanding their rules and their limitations a lot more now. Like, it's a lot more politically structured than I thought it was, which makes sense. Okay, this conclave just took a turn. They have the winner has to kill the loser? How did they just agree on this? This is ridiculous. Like, and how is this decided so quickly? But I guess, I mean, that does raise the stakes a lot. I guess I should have seen this coming. I thought that she was gonna ask them to be split up and that like one of them would have to train with like those like Julie people. That would have been fun too, because then like they would be trained completely differently. This is pretty intense. Probably seems like I never leave this couch. Okay, the whole conclave thing, like, it just kind of annoyed me because, not annoyed me, but like it frustrated me because it made me realize that the Scythes are not as amazing as they all seem to be. Like, they're all just a bunch of bickering politicians. It's too bad. And like, it made me think, can't the Thunderhead, because the Thunderhead apparently is like perfect, so can't the Thunderhead take care of cleaning? I don't know. Also, they kissed, which was, I guess, predictable. I'm not really enjoying the romance. I feel like it's forced or just going too quickly. I don't know what it is that bothers me. Can't they just care about each other in a non-romantic way? Like, does it have to be like this? And then also Goddard? What's his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name. The guy in the sparkly robes. How did he ever become a Scythe? Like, who allowed him to become a Scythe? Like, how did that happen? It makes no sense to me. Because, you know, like how like the apprentices have to answer a question, and like, you know, like there's all these tests, and like it seems like it's not easy to become a Scythe. Like, you know, there's a lot to be. And how did he ever, who allowed him to be a Scythe? Because I don't get it. Or was he once not like this? I don't know. Scythe Faraday has just gleaned himself. What? This story is full of surprises. Like, I never know what's gonna happen. I'm just so shocked. Did not see this coming. And also really sad because I love his character. Wait, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but maybe he didn't commit suicide. Maybe it was murder made to look like suicide. I don't know. They're gonna be split up. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it! I knew one of them was gonna be, you know, paired up with the Goddard sparkly looking guy. I knew it. Freaking knew it, didn't I? Oh my god. This book keeps taking turns. It's so good. Hello. Okay, it's been a while. I think it's been about a week since I read. I've been traveling. If you follow me on my Japan channel, then you know that we went to Tokyo. I'm a little bit out of the loop. Vaguely remember where we left off. I know they got split up and that the girl is now living in Falling Waters, the Lloyd Wright building. I don't think we heard about the boy. The boy's with the evil guy, right? Well, we're just gonna see. Oh my god. It starts off saying, "I'm going to die." Oh my god, okay, yeah, I remember now. It ended right where Citra started thinking that Faraday's death was murder. And I was just like, yes, because I predicted that. I was like, no. He was murdered. I mean, this could be wrong, but I just have this feeling, okay? I know this is bad, but I'm kind of hoping Rowan turns evil, you know, under the guidance of this Goddard guy. I think that would be very interesting. Okay, this Goddard character is like really messed up, but I'm all here for it. He's training Rowan now, and like, damn. I love a good problematic character. Honestly, part of me really loves this guy. This Goddard guy is so extra. I can't. Oh my god. I love this guy. He's a great character. Okay, I have another theory. I just read the part where they're at the party and Goddard made the Highblade jump into the pool, and like it's something to do with Esme. What if Esme is the Highblade's daughter, but he doesn't want anybody to know that because, you know, they're not allowed, but Goddard knows, and so he's like, that's why he has the control over the Highblade. That's why. It makes sense, right? I feel like that's what's going on. This is getting real good. I knew it! So yeah, she is the dude's daughter. They're saying that Citra is the one who killed Scythe Faraday. Like, what? I feel so bad for her. Because, like, she's the one that's been trying to figure this all out, and now she's being accused. Honestly, sorry, but these guys all seem very dumb. How did they become Scythes? They don't seem very smart. What the hell, dude? Shouldn't you, like, look into it a little bit more? Okay, seriously, this Xenocrates guy, he's very intense. He seems to be going through it. And he is so dramatic right now that I really feel like Goddard and like Xenocrates' daughter have something to do with this as well, because he's being a little too dramatic. I feel like I'm in the last stretch now of the book. I have to say I don't really care about Citra's little pilgrimage, they're calling it. You can't call that a pilgrimage. It doesn't seem to take very long. Like, the book goes through it very quickly. And she doesn't seem to have that much trouble either. Like, everything's like settled really quickly. I don't know, I just don't care about this part. I just don't. What the hell? Why is he Scythe Faraday? What? I can't with this book. I can't. Why do they keep doing these? What? How? This whole thing is a mess. He didn't even know. How did he not know? Honestly, I'm on Citra's side on this. Like, I always had the idea that he knew everything, but he didn't know. He was just chilling. It reminds me of Dumbledore a little bit. Like, you know, the wise old guy, and then you realize that he's not all that good. Isn't it kind of a cowardly move of him to, like, go off grid and secretly retire? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I used to like him so much. I mean, I get it though. Like, if I were a Scythe, I would love to do that too. But, like, you expect more from him? How is Citra not more upset? I would be in complete and absolute shock. Like, I would not be okay. I don't get that. But, I mean, I'm happy he's alive. Okay, I want to talk about Volta. He frustrates me. I know the book is trying to make him out to be, like, the good guy between all the bad guys, you know, the humane one, but I think that's just bullshit. I don't know, like, if he were truly to be, like, more of a hero type, he would stand up to Goddard, or, like, just, like, not follow him anymore, like, go away, not have anything to do with it, but he still does it. So, like, I don't like how the book is trying to cast him as this good guy, because I don't think he is, and I don't like him. Like, at least Goddard, he does evil things, but he owns up to it. While I feel like Volta is trying to, like, put himself above all of that and be like, no, I'm humane. And I'm just like, no, you're not. Like, I mean, like, no. Just, that's not what the reality is it? I really don't like him. Yeah, that's my little rant about Volta. We'll see how that pans out. I feel like he's gonna die. I feel like he's the type of character that would die because he's, like, the good guy between the bad guys. I feel like he's gonna sacrifice himself or something like that, which, honestly, I wouldn't mind because he frustrates me. Fight me. I don't care. I don't like him. It seems weird that it's so easy for a Scythe to, like, secretly retire, because here Scythe Curie is saying, like, maybe I'll join him in a few hundred years, and I'm just like, what? Is it that easy? Because if it's that easy, then I'm pretty sure all the Scythes are doing it. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the first ones to have thought of this, right? If it's that easy. And also, they're just so lighthearted about it. They thought he was dead. That's, like, a big deal, right? And, like, now they're, like, laughing about it, and I'm just like... You know, when I read about Goddard's little gleaning journal entries, like, I get his ideas. I understand where he's coming from. I don't think it's good. Obviously, you know, it's kind of messed up, but, like, I get it, which I think makes for a really good character and a good villain. I like that a lot. So Volta died, just as I expected. He sacrificed himself, I guess. It's really sad, but, like, I still don't really like him as a character. He was still gleaning all these years with Goddard. Like, he could have just said no, right? Was he being forced to do it? I don't think so. Like, he could have just left, right? Am I wrong? Because if I'm wrong, like, please tell me. I don't get it. I don't know. Okay, so Rowan just killed everyone. Again, I don't really get it. He told the firefighters that it was a Scythe business, but does that mean that he actually killed them and they'll stay dead? And, like he just got rid of them, and is he not gonna get punished for this? It seems like he did it and it's fixed and stuff, and like there's gonna be repercussions for this, right? I gotta say though, it's pretty badass. I am now at this part, about 30 more pages, I think. This book has taken some weird turns. I don't know how much I'm into it at this point. Like, I still like it and I still love the concept. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Wait. Rowan's lying? He's just saying that it was an accident? I don't like that. He's gonna get away with it? What? Okay. No, this is gonna come back and bite him in the ass, right? Alright, so he's blackmailing him with the little girl. It's written as a very positive thing here, but it's kind of what's happening. And now he's calling off the investigation on the dudes, and that's not legal. But sure, cause he's the hero of the story, isn't he? Oh my god, I kind of called this. She has to glean her little brother Ben as like her final test. I knew it was going to be a family member. I knew that was going to be the test. Like, she has to glean a family member. That's terrifying, right? Oh, it's not so bad. She just has to, like, it's not gleaning. She just renders him deadish. So he'll be, like, revived and he'll be fine. That's fine, right? I feel like I could do that. Yeah, no, I just realized I don't think I could do it. It's still fucked up, isn't it? Yeah, I just imagine having to do it to my own little brother. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. Even if I knew they'd be revived, like, that's really messed up. Also, they just, like, kidnap people for this test. The Scythe has really messed up techniques. Some of it I don't get that it's real and that it can be a thing. It's messed up. That was actually way more intense than I thought it would be. You know, I'm kind of hoping that, like, in the end, one of them does kill the other. Because I feel like in these type of stories, there's always, like, a way to get out of it. And, like, they'll both survive. But I feel like for once it would be brave of an author to just go through with it. Oh my god. Scythe Anastasia. Oh my god, slow clap. Oh my god. Someone just said stop. Oh my god, is this the thundercloud interfering? Oh, he has immunity. The punch, really? I love you? They still are in love with each other? I don't get the romance in this. I really don't get it. I feel like it went too fast and like I missed it. Like I don't get why they're in love with each other. But like, it's fine. This was cool. Like it's a loophole, but like it's cleverly done. So like I'm not mad about it. Oh my god, that's actually a really good ending. God damn it. That was good. Oh my god. Wow, okay. I just finished it and it was really good. But like I am late for work now because I lost track of time. I need to leave in like 4 minutes and I am not ready. So I'm gonna talk to you guys after work. I had a great time reading this book. It hasn't sunk in completely yet. See, there was things I liked about this book and things I didn't like about it. The concept gets an A+. I am still just obsessed with this whole concept of what would happen if this was reality. It's terrifying. And just before, I was actually watching this video about how scientists are like trying to make us immortal, and I was just like, this is terrifying. Why do people want to become immortal in the first place? I don't know why humanity is trying to do this. I do not want to live forever. Why would you want to live forever? Then there's like no urgency to anything. It's weird. You wouldn't want that, would you? Back to the book. I think some of this whole world building was flawed. I saw some things that just didn't add up. I felt like there were a few things that I still to this day have questions about. Some things that I wish were better explained, like, because this type of world, there's so many things that are different from the world we live in, and I wish the author would have touched more upon like various things that it would have an effect on, because I feel like a lot of the things that were mentioned were like always the same things, like how religion like kind of changed into these like cult-like things that was mentioned a lot, or how splatting was a bad thing, but like those are not the only things that would have an effect on society. There's so much that could be talked about, and I wish there was a little more, so I would feel like it was more like a full-fledged, tangible, realistic world. As for the characters, I liked most of them. I had a few issues with the protagonists. I didn't like how Rowan seemed to be portrayed as like the smarter one out of the two of them, which I don't know why that bothered me, but it bothered me. I didn't really like Citra as a person. I didn't like the romance between them. I thought it went way too fast. Like all of a sudden they were in love, and I was like, where did this come from? I wish we would have spent a little more time at the beginning of their apprenticeship so that we could have gotten to know their relationship a little bit better and like seen them grow together a little bit more, so that it would have felt a little more natural. But I did really like where the story went with it, like how they were split up and they were raised by two completely different sites. Like I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was really cleverly done, and I loved how it ended between them. I thought that was brilliant. I liked Faraday a lot until I found out that he freaking like just left, like, oh yeah, everything will be fixed and I can just go on retirement. Like I thought that was a little irresponsible, and then to not even check whether it was true, like I thought that was a little weird, a little funky. I was really disappointed in him. I really ended up liking Citra's next master. What's her name? Oh, Curie. Yes, I loved her. She was great. But my favorite character was probably Goddard. Go figure, I like the villain. He's a very interesting villain. What I loved about him was that I could kind of understand where he was coming from. I love it when villains make sense. You know what I mean? Like when you can kind of get why the villains do what they do. He saw that there was flaws in the system and he wanted to rectify them in his own freakishly creepy ways. And also he was just really fabulous. I just loved how completely full of himself he was, but like how unapologetically full of himself he was. The lavish parties and like the doing whatever he wants. Like I thought he was great. Also some of the dialogue of him was amazing. Yeah, he was my favorite character. And I'm really sad that he died because that means he's not in book 2. I'm gonna miss him a lot. I like the writing style. It was quite simple, typical YA, I would say. It was alright. Basically, what I loved about this book was the concept and the world that we were living in. That is also the reason why I really want to read book 2. I want to know what happens to this world. I am very intrigued by just this whole concept still. I want to know what the thundercloud's gonna end up doing, and there's just some things I need to know, and so I really need to read book 2, and I'll probably do a video like this about it as well. I need to give this a score, right? I would give this like a 7 out of 10. Because I really enjoyed it and I really like flew through it, and I was always like excited to read more, but there were some kind of things that bothered me. That's gonna be all for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.